Oxygen levels.
Oxygen levels have been recharged 100%.
Set a course to Dark Waters 9.
I want to take you onto a journey that is foreign to most of you. It involves the timeline. The year is 1851. There are 8,000 abandoned ships in San Francisco Bay at Yerba Buena. These ships have been sitting in muck for 150 years. They are too dilapidated to be moved or salvaged, and they were the reason for the Great Fire of 1851 in San Francisco. They burnt them and built downtown San Francisco on top. The cause of the stranding of these ships in San Francisco Bay was from an event that happened in 1700. Cascadia. It was a 9.5 earthquake, and it was centered in an area that would and did flood the valley in the Bay of San Francisco, landlocking those ships into place until discovered when we got there in the mid-1850s. This event in 1700, Cascadia, was a major event. The tsunami that it sent down the coast, the west coast of North America. The picture you see is from 1851 of San Francisco Bay. Yes, that is a bridge that is in the same location that the Golden Gate Bridge is in today. You can see the ruins. You can see the towers, all in ruins. And you can see the dredging ships in the far right picture. The city of San Francisco sits on many maps. It was a built-out city with pre-existing structures, the Tower of Jewels. All of that was already there. The official narrative is the 1,000 ships were abandoned by the captain and crew members to search for gold.
Interesting. Thousands of ships abandoned. So basically, San Francisco is built upon thousands of unsalvageable ships. Damn, you learn something new every day. Did you guys hear about this?
There's a 30-page CIA document that is a step-by-step manual on how to astral project and a bunch of secrets of the universe. They had this since 1983, right in the time for Project Stargate, which allowed these men to remote view, psychically spy at any time period, including the future. And the document also reveals that anybody can do it, but also warns that you might run into not-so-friendly entities. All you have to do is have a pair of headphones and relaxation techniques, and you play one hertz frequency in one ear and a different hertz frequency in the other ear. And it synchronizes the left and the right side of the brain. It also reveals that reality is just a construct of our minds, basically hologram theory. It also reveals that physical matter, there is no physical matter, which this has pretty much been proven with quantum physics. And anybody who doesn't know, we're all just molecules. Everything we touch, that's molecules. Our molecules go into that. Their molecules go back into us. And by quantum mechanics, we shouldn't be able to grasp it. We should be able to walk through a wall. So the way he describes it is that all physical matter is oscillating energy grid over oscillating energy grid orbiting at a very high speed. which is kind of interesting because these 3D holograms that you can touch, that's exactly what it is. These little tiny beads orbiting at a very high speed, so high that you can touch it. You might be thinking, oh, well, that's an actual physical ball though. Well, is it? It's just an oscillating energy grid over oscillating energy grid, tiny little one that makes up the larger oscillating energy grid. Makes up the giant oscillated energy grid that we live in. Just a little fractal of it. And okay, so the funny thing about this document, page 25 was missing, which of course was the page that revealed how to obtain consciousness, how to obtain absolution, how to obtain God. So the forbidden knowledge since the beginning, missing for 20 years, and they claim they never had it. And then all of a sudden, like when this stuff pops back up, Vice magazine prints an article about this mysterious, page 25 and the ordeal, and then immediately after, Monroe Institution releases the full report. There's a 30-page CIA.
My question is, why would you want to astro project? I have a tough time moving around in my regular body. I can't imagine, let alone, spirit projecting, trying to fly around. I'm trying to just move around regular. It's not like you can astro project, go to work and come back. If you could do that, that would be a different story. All right, guys, this next video depicts some archaeological sites that it looks like they use some type of ancient technology or some type of mechanics going on here, because you can see the bolts within the stone. So what really is going on here?
Regardez là. On voit bien la découpe. Sinon, il y a les tétons aussi. C'est dingue, hein?
Almost like it was like a metal sheet, and this was like bolted on, like it was like an old boat or something, or a door. Fascinating.
Regardez-moi la roche là.
You gotta ask yourself, what cut into this rock in the ancient days? Were they just sawing it using a wet saw and regular labor? If you ask me, it was some type of solar technology they were able to cut in these rocks so easily. You can see whoever cut this, his hand was wobbling a little bit because this isn't straight. This could come down straight like that. So this was hand cut using some type of ancient solar tool, if you ask me. I know what this is without even hearing the video. This is one of those monuments in Scotland.
Oh, we've got your ass. We've got your ass now. This is the Scott Monument in Scotland, and it was the second largest monument dedicated to a writer in the world. But that's just the thing. This wasn't originally a monument, and the people who said they built it didn't build it. This is what we call old technology from the old world. This is a natural energy conductor. So, why was bricks chosen to store energy? Bricks' porous structure is good for storing energy, since pores provide greater brick area than solid materials have, and therefore the bigger the area, the additional electricity a supercapacitor material will hold. So how do bricks store energy? The pores in bricks are filled with acid vapor that dissolves the iron chemical compound and converts it into a reactive kind of iron that creates a chemical synthesis. Further distinct gas is allowed to flow through the cavities to fill them with a sulfur-based material that reacts with iron. This chemical process leaves the pores coated with an electrically conductive plastic, also known as P-dot. And like I said, the people who said they built this didn't build it. Because when you look for construction photos, this is all you find. And it's already built. And this is supposed to be a photo of them working on it. But if you know anything about old photography, they work with long exposure, meaning anything that was moving couldn't be picked up. But yet, they was able to capture these guys hard at work.
Told them, hey, stand still for about 1 minute while we take this photo so we can act like we built this structure.
So yeah, when I say history is a lie, I mean his story is a lie.
I definitely want to see this in person. I wonder if you can feel the ancient energy when you get close to it. Because some people talk about ley lines and how there's like this energy you feel when you're standing on top of one. I personally never experienced that.
So there was a guy that was walking home and he ended up running into this thing. Now, I don't know what the heck this thing is. The closest thing that came to my mind was maybe a hellhound. Now, in a second I am going to roll the video, but I tell you this thing has the ugliest screeching sound that just makes it sound unreal. Could this be a real hellhound? Or is it an experiment gone wrong? Or maybe even a cryptid we'd never seen before? You be the judge.
It looks like a Black Panther. I mean, it sounds like a cat, so technically that matches up, but a hellhound? That is interesting. That's not the first time I've heard of a hellhound. I actually heard about hellhounds when people astral project and they go too far where they're not supposed to be, and then you have to fly in some type of cylindrical pattern to get away from it. I believe it was in like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth or something like that they spoke about that. How to escape the hellhounds. It was some deep stuff. Talking about the halls of Amenti. It got deep. You know, with so much stuff under us, could it be possible that the halls of Amenti could be under us somewhere? Next to Tartarus or Sheol or something. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can find something on the halls of Amenti. So I guess when they were discovering all the stuff under the pyramids through the LiDAR scans, they're saying it's possibly that they are able to spot the halls of Amenti. That is interesting. Let's see what they have to say about that.
So this is absolutely going on underneath the other pyramids, and when I saw this image, that completely blew my mind, as it did many people's. So this is absolutely fascinating. Obviously we have the Khafre pyramid there in the middle.
Khafre pyramid, Micerino, Menkaure, and the Cheops pyramid.
Yes.
This we thank. I thank Corrado Malanga, our research group team leader, that worked a lot in order to retrieve this 3D model. Here, look, inside the Khafre pyramid, we found structures, multiple structures here, which are 5 structures that recalls a shape like the so-called Z, that it is already inside the Cheops pyramid. So here we have 5 multiple structures, 2 big rooms and a net of corridors around the base of the pyramid. Then we can move on the next slide here, where we can observe better what there is underneath all the Giza Plateau here. And we are at this picture, you will watch it for sure in the scientific paper that we are submitting. And so you will see some annotation, because these annotations are of the scientific article. So Menkaure has 4 shafts, Khafre has 8 shafts, and also Cheops has 8 shafts.
Oh.
Then,
If it was my guess, it would be under the Khafre pyramid, because they said it has 8 shafts. So why so many shafts? What exactly are they tunneling to or trying to protect, or what is it leading down to?
here we have the Sphinx.
Oh.
The Sphinx is connected below by 1 shaft.
Okay.
Also the Sphinx.
Connected with the room.
Also. So here you have the room, 2 rooms, and one big room.
So basically, you just
Big room are very big.
Hall of Records, Halls of Amenti.
Yes.
You know, what's that one there?
But now,
Going on under.
He's saying you got the halls of records, the halls of adamante. What else is under there? They need to scan every single pyramid like this. They got like what, hundreds of pyramids in the United States. They got pyramids in China. Can you just imagine the different artifacts that is in these different chambers that they're finding? Like, for all we know, every single pyramid has a tunnel that goes down to these different chambers. How fascinating.
The halls of Amenti, the ancient portal beneath the earth. They told you the afterlife is heaven or hell. But Thoth said otherwise. According to the Emerald Tablets, there's a place beneath the earth, a hidden dimension, a gateway between life and death, known only as the halls of Amenti. Not a myth, not a metaphor, a real place built by the ancients, older than Egypt, older than Atlantis. Thoth called it the heart of the earth, a chamber of timeless energy, a dimensional portal that connects this world to others. He said he entered the halls, lay his body down and left it behind, crossing into higher realms, learning the secrets of the cosmos, then returning in a new body. Centuries later, immortality not by magic but by mastering vibration, frequency, and time. Inside the halls, Thoth claimed there were sleeping beings, powerful entities neither dead nor alive. He called them the children of light, guardians of ancient knowledge and who would awaken only when humanity was ready. Sound familiar? Many believe this is where the real Atlanteans went after the fall, not extinct, just hidden, waiting. But Thoth wasn't the only one who knew. He warned that the Dark Brotherhood, beings from lower dimensions, were trying to breach the halls, to control the portals, to trap souls and recycle consciousness, keeping humanity stuck in illusion. That's why access to the halls was sealed. Some say it lies beneath the Great Pyramid. Others say under the Sphinx guarding the Hall of Records, the true history of Earth hidden from the surface world. And despite all the technology we have, no one's allowed to excavate under the Sphinx. Why? What are they afraid we'll find? The halls of Amenti aren't just a location. They're a threshold, checkpoint between lives, a library of souls, and maybe a way out of this reincarnation cycle. Because Thoth didn't just visit the halls, he became part of them. A guardian of the threshold, a being who walked across the ages, carrying the memory of lost civilizations and cosmic law. Wait, so ask yourself, why was this knowledge hidden? Why did all the mystery schools reference Amenti? And why does it feel like something's calling us back to it now? Next, the soul trap system, Thoth's return, and the true purpose of the pyramids.
You know, I don't necessarily agree with everything about the halls of Adamante. I actually think it's a place inside Sheol. You know, like a waiting place inside hell, if you ask me. Because if we take a look at this diagram, and they talk about the halls of Adamante being under earth, right? Could it be possible that Tartarus, the halls of Adamante, all that is located within sections in Sheol? Because look, if this is the earth, Sheol is damn near the same size as the earth, you know? I mean, the land. Sheol is damn near the same size as the land up top. And you got so much under it and around it. Look what's under it, you know? There's no telling. The halls of Adamante might be like a little square inside the spot in Sheol. And then people talk about there's different levels of hell. If you want to dive into Dante's Inferno, you got the level of greed, lust, you know. I can't name all the different sins right now, but I believe the different levels are in there, and who knows, the halls of Adamante might be a waiting room inside there. It makes you think, and like I said, this is just all speculation and theory. But if you have any scriptures or anything to prove it, I'd love to hear it. How did we even get started talking about emerald tablets and halls of, oh yeah, those hellhounds. Yeah, this is some deep stuff.
Why are they pushing these LED lights so much? They're even giving them away for free. Reason being is because these LED lights will connect everything in the Internet of Things, right? These LED lights can be connected up to, for example, her cell phone, that tablet, all the appliances in the home, the thermostat, the cars, the garage. Everything can be connected, and then they can monitor and get data from that, but they can also turn off things when you're using them based on climate reasons and whatever else, and you now are connected up to the Internet of Things. Now, what's interesting about these LED lights is that they ping a lot of microwave radiation, which I'm going to show you in the next video. So in this video, I went with an EMF tester and went around with a tri-field EMF tester to check the radiation coming off these LED lights. Look at that, off the charts. So what happens is when you're bringing these lights into your home, you're pinging microwave radiation into your house as well. The microwave radiation can impact the health of your heart, your brain, your eyes, your skin, your organs, and it also connects up to this, like I said, Internet of Things. So it's interesting that they're pushing all of this nonsense when, look at how detrimental this can be to your health. Next on that, what's more crazy about all this is in 2016, you had the AMA come out and say that LED lights can increase the risk of and eye degeneration. So it's going to cause people to have bad eyesight over time and be radiated so that we can save the planet, but it doesn't seem like we're saving humans.
So it's time to go back to those real light bulbs. They're already forcing us to be under them during what? Anytime we go shopping, anytime you're in school, probably anytime you go out into a public facility, they got those LEDs banging on you. That's why I recommend you keep a pair of these Dicenian boys on you.
Queen Califia and the Flying Griffins.
Yeah, absolutely. Who are the flying monkeys of the present?
Well, they were the griffins to Queen Califia, and Queen Califia is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, there.
So there they show us right there that the Wicked Witch of the West was... But I know, they're telling you all the stuff back in 33. Frank Baum wrote the book in 1894 or something like that, and they made the first color movie, The Wizard of Oz. They put us on our straw mans. They put us out to sea under Admiralty law. So that's when all this began, you know, the whole hiding of it all. And then, you know, so, yeah, it's really, it is fascinating that this whole allegory has been played out. And the controllers that are controlling us, they do things over decades. And they got all the movies that give all the pre-programming like 9/11, you know, the towers coming down with Bruce Willis and all the different things. They tell us what they're going to do and they say, go ahead and try and stop. So Queen Califia ruled with the Flying Griffins, and the Flying Griffins were trained to eat male flesh because they knew the white man was trying to conquer the lands.
Queen Califia and the Flying Griffins.
Yeah.
The Griffins were trained to eat humans. All those Tartarian Griffins we've been seeing? That is wild. Alright guys, it's that time again. If you thought I didn't have another excellent specimen for you today, you already know. Think again. Look at the clarity on this octahedral fluorite with purple, blue, and green hues. This is a proper octahedral if I do say so myself. I love to hear your guys' names below. What would you name the specimen? I know what I'm gonna name it. I got a good one. I'll give you a little time. Go ahead, come up with your names, drop it in the comments below. But if I had to name this specimen, I would call it Mr. Freeze's bow tie. Yeah, Mr. Freeze. You know, Mr. Freeze from Batman, you know? And this is bow tie. You know, Mr. Freeze's bow tie. Because you could see, you know, the two triangles aiming at each other. There's a bow tie in there. And it's just not any bow tie. It's Mr. Freeze's bow tie. That's all we have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, learned something, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I love to have you guys around here. I try my best to do these every day. At the very minimum, every other. Be sure to check out Jesky Chuck where I go live and we do longer videos over there. The code word for today is unknown history. Go ahead and drop unknown history for the code word. That lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video and you really rock with your boy. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. This was the most mysterious TikToks on the internet today. Till next time.